I grew up in the Harrisburg-Hershey area with an older brother, two older sisters. My parents always had a lot of books around, so there was a lot of stuff to read, and I just had a lot of time just to read, to think, and I think that helped a lot, putting me on the path that I've been on. I never really saw myself as a teacher. Matter of fact, I wanted to drop out of kindergarten, so my career path has been a real continual irony. When I first went to college, I went to study communications, got a job in radio for a while, and while I'm working in radio, I realized that what I wanted to study was philosophy, mainly because I found it interesting. And then along the way, I found that this is a way that I can really make a difference for people, because life is essentially, if you go about it a certain way, a philosophical experience. Philosophy asks questions that don't go away, and there are all these questions that we have, and people can struggle with them and don't know how to approach them, what to do with them, and sometimes life just throws you into these situations that you just don't anticipate, don't know what to do, where you're essentially lost. My wife had cancer for a period of over 9 years. And in that period, there was just, so much of a psychological demand, emotional demand, so much to worry about, and she just needed somebody to talk to. And I found pretty quickly that if I thought of myself as the one who was there to fix her problems, that I was completely out of the role that she needed me to be in. I had a lot to do, but in this particular role, I was needed as somebody who could be a sensitive ear and somebody who could offer feedback for her to think about and regroup and find some kind of grounding. That whole experience has changed my whole view of philosophy. It's changed my whole view of my role here as faculty, and I started being, opening up. I got my bachelor's degree at Lebanon Valley College in Annville, Pennsylvania. Got my master's at Penn State University. I went on for a doctorate at Temple. I stopped short because I was teaching at the time and I had to make a choice between completing the doctorate and feeding the kids. I went for a while just writing that, and I just started a doctoral program, a doctorate in bioethics, which is really very exciting. And it gets me into issues that help me to directly relate to some of the things that I've gone through in the past, and especially that my students are going through now. So it's really very meaningful, I think. Yeah, I've been here for 19 years. I love the people here. I love the people I work with. I really enjoy the students. I love being in the classroom, seeing students start to open up and think in ways that they hadn't thought before, and find that there's really some kind of insight that they get out of that they can take into their practical lives. It's a good place to be.